Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to EngLing lesson 60 on the second conditional. Here we go. So the grammar of the second conditional looks like this. We use if plus a past clause here, and then we use could or would in the second clause over here. Now, what's the meaning of the second conditional? In the first clause here, in the if clause, we use the past form, but it's something that's unlikely to happen, something actually in the future that's unlikely to happen, even though we're using the past form. And then we're saying if this clause is true, then our could-would clause would also be true. So let's show an example. Number one, if I won the lottery, notice one is the past of win. If I won the lottery, I would go on a trip around the world. But what's the chance of winning the lottery? The chance of winning the lottery is low. There's a low chance of that. And so we say, if I won the lottery, even though I think it will not happen, I would go on a trip around the world. So in the unlikely case that I won the lottery, this is what I would do. We can change these clauses around. We can put the could, would first, no comma, if plus past clause. It's not very common though. It's much better probably to use if clause first with past and then could, would second. So all the examples I'll show you will be like that. Number one, if she lived in Korea, she would eat kimchi every day. Now, here, does she live in Korea? No, she doesn't. Will she move to Korea? Probably not. But it seems that she likes kimchi, so she would eat kimchi every day if she lived in Korea. Next, if they had a sailboat, they would invite their friends to go sailing. Now, do they have a sailboat? No. Will they get a sailboat? Not so likely. But if they had a sailboat, they would invite their friends to go sailing. Next, if he played the piano very well, he could be a pianist. Now, my question for you is, does he play the piano very well? Answer, no, he doesn't. Maybe if he practiced really, really hard, he could be a pianist. Will that probably happen? Probably not. Next, if he wanted to speak Chinese well, he could move to China. Does he want to speak Chinese well? Not so much. So will he move to China? Probably not. One more example, if I had a dog, I would be happier. Well, does he have a dog? Do I have a dog? No. But if I had a dog, I would be happier. Dogs make people happy, usually. Okay, now we're going to practice a little bit more using these examples here. We've got to match this clause on the left with the clause on the right. So, number one, if I needed more money. Have a look over here. Well, how do people usually get money? They usually get a job, so I could try to get a job. Next, if I move to Canada. Hint, Canada is a cold country. So, I would buy warm clothes. Good idea. Next, if I had her phone number. What do we need a girl's phone number for? Well, a date, of course. I would call her for a date. Next one, if I broke my leg. What's a good idea if you break your leg? I would go to the hospital. Will you probably break your leg? Probably not, but if I did, I would go to the hospital. Lastly, if I had enough money. What do people like to do when they have a lot of money? Of course, they would like to buy a sports car. Okay, next one, if she did all her homework. This is a bad student. She probably won't finish her homework. So, if she did finish all her homework, wow, the teacher would be surprised and the teacher would be happy. Next, if she went to Africa. What kind of animals can we see in Africa? Elephants, right, so she could see a real elephant. Next, if she gave a present to him. Wow, what's our feeling? He would feel really happy, of course. Last one, if she became a doctor. Ooh, what's a good thing about being a doctor? Money. She would earn a lot of money. And lastly, if she saw a ghost, she would be really scared. Will she probably see a ghost? Probably not, but if she did, she would be really scared. Alright, that is our lesson for today. Thanks so much for listening, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.